Episode number 1 with Saint Soldier, aka Amrit. He's a hip hop artist here in Abbotsford. Great.
Like if sometimes I do songs that are like about social issues.
Yeah.
And usually those songs come from me feeling burdened by knowing that issue. So if I learn about something that's going on in this world and I feel emotionally burdened by learning that, like farmer suicide, a song I did in like 2010.
Yeah.
When I first learned about that, like I was reading up articles on like what was going on in India with the farmers, and I felt so burdened by the knowledge of that. So I went around to my friends and family, and I asked everybody. I was like, do you know what's going on with the farmers in India? And everyone was oblivious. All my friends were oblivious. No, not one person gave me an answer. And then I was describing to everybody, and then I realized that this had to be communicated to like as many people as possible. So it lightens the burden for me when I share it with others and share the responsibility of healing the problems that we have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy because you said 2002 is when you graduated high school. I remember from our talk we had last time. And that's kind of when you began the music journey.
Yeah.
Was that kind of the first time you started?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Recording
2002, in my bedroom recording. And
and then now, here we are in 2017.
Yeah.
And you're still doing it, and you've progressed so much. But I think we people like me, we think that it's gonna happen very quickly,
This is like this is what I advise any of my young artist friends, is that focus as much as you can of your creativity towards your craft. Make sure you're nurturing it, because it's what you're supposed to be doing. At the same time, find a way to support yourself, your life financially, and support your craft financially, because you need equipment for it, you need money to put into your craft, to put it out there. It's going to be always demanding something from your bank account.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to make sure your bank account is sufficient for your lifestyle. Keep your energy in your craft always going, always flowing, so your soul is happy.
Yeah.
And hopefully at some point that craft can start fueling your bank account.
Yeah.
Right?
I started noticing that in like 2014. And what I tried doing was, I thought, you know what, I'm going to stop social media.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, I'm just going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized that nowadays you need social media to be social. If you're not on social media, then your really other way of communicating to people is by talking to them through phone or text message, and that's not bad on its own, which is how you should be talking. But to like keep up with everything, it's really hard, I would say. Don't you think? Or
I think like it seems that way to us, because we're so intertwined in this world, where we think like what is it that we're really keeping up with? To be realistic, what is it that we're really keeping up with? If it's world news, honestly, it'll just come to you like world news. I have a friend who, same thing that you're saying. He didn't even get a cell phone.
Yeah.
And he's my age. He got a cell phone one time after high school, and then when the contract expired, he just never renewed it. So he never had a cell phone. Still doesn't have a cell phone. If I want to call him, I call his house phone and leave a message with his grandma.
Yeah.
And 1 out of 10 shot.
I remember doing that when I was younger, calling my friend and being like, "Oh, is he there? Auntie G, is he there?"
But it's cool times, man. It was a good time. You appreciated, I used to have friends come knock on my door and be like, "Yo, let's go play," or "Let's go for a bike ride," or whatever. Right?
Yeah. And then
imagine the internet, like this global mind, where there's just constantly terabytes of data going into this this global mind,
Yeah.
and it's all kinds. A lot of it is just bullshit. It's
Yeah.
just nonsense, right?
Yeah.
And then we just blindly go into it, thinking that whatever it's gonna give us is great.
Yeah.
But if we're selective as to where we spend our time with it, that's what's important.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're gonna be so overloaded with
Yeah.
nonsense information, and that's why we have like all these ADD kids nowadays who can't focus on
Yeah.
one thing, you know.
Yeah, I think it's more of about what can this technology do for you.
Yeah. How
And
can
I
serve
think
you?
we just look up to a lot of people on social media, and we use that, what we see on there, to make that the definition of our success. Right?
Yeah.
And we don't really have our own definition of success. I'm still trying to figure out, trying to balance, trying to figure out what success looks like for me.